Good morning everyone and welcome back to my latest video. Today we're going to be making together beautiful summer hummus. And when I say summer, it's going to be very vibrant, very zesty, so a lot of lemon. And I'm going to show you my way of making hummus. Now, unfortunately, this is the first time this year that I've actually taken out my food processor. Reason being is that in winter I eat less sort of like dips with hummus than in summer months. But I've had a few crazy weeks with, it was my birthday, so I got a lot of chocolate and I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight now. So what I want to do, I want to make a hummus. And I have actually 3 days to eat it because then my son's coming and I have to start cooking properly. And then I have loads of peppers. I love peppers as dips with hummus. And basically I'm going to show you what I add to my hummus and how I do it and everything like that. And also what I want to do today, I want to prepare all my dips in advance. Well, not dips, but the vegetables in advance so that I have no excuse or no feeling lazy to not eat it. So first things first, you need a tahini. Now, if you have a good food processor, which I don't, you can actually make your own tahini paste, tahini sauce. Basically, tahini is a sesame. It's basically made from sesame. So you literally, put sesame seeds in the processor with a little oil and, sort of like go at it until it's like this. But unfortunately I don't have that kind of processor, so I've been to Tesco, so I've got my tahini from Tesco. It's here. So basically you can see all that oil on top. You have to really like stir it properly. It doesn't look very healthy, but I'm not going to be making a huge amount. Then we have 2 lemons. Now, of course, it's going to be very zesty with 2 lemons because I'm only going to be using 2 cans of chickpeas. But of course, this is up to you how you're going to do it. The reason that I prefer to do it at home in summer months is because at the stores, I only buy red pepper hummus. The reason being is that I don't like that raw garlic taste that you get in normal hummus. It just makes me really unwell. I cannot have raw garlic in my food generally. And strangely, my favorite store, which is Marks Spencer's, it's a really, really high quality luxury store. The food is amazing. I really cannot wait to take you there. Their hummus is probably the most garlicky you can get. And I don't know whether people like the taste of raw garlic. Pop in the comments whether you like this kind of taste. I don't, but that's absolutely fine. If you do want to add raw garlic, add maybe 1 clove of garlic. That should be more than enough. A little bit cut it up so that it's easier for the processor to process. But I don't use it in my homemade garlic hummus. Then I add a little bit of paprika smoked, so a little bit of smoked paprika. Then I have ground cumin. That gives it that kind of like a smell, that Mediterranean smell. Again, you can control how much. Usually half a tablespoon should be enough. Salt, of course. I like very salty food. And then I also have 2 cans of chickpeas in water. So chickpeas are very good for you. Literally, this is all you need for your hummus. And then, of course, you need some kind of container where you are going to be storing it. So let's get started. I will start with my lemons. So just going to do a lemon juice and make sure all the pips are out. So let's do that in the bowl. Now I may want a spoon to help me. Loads of pips in these. So we need to get them all out. Oh my God, this smell of lemon, it's so summery. Beautiful and so good for you. I eat a lot of lemons in summer. Maybe I can, guys, bring you closer so that you see what I'm doing better. They've been in the fridge, so they are quite hard. So just going to do it with a spoon. And just really get all that juice out. And one more. If I did 3 cans of chickpeas, I would do 3 lemons. But I'm doing 2 today because I don't want to be stuck with hummus. You can actually freeze hummus, but I don't think it freezes that well. It's got weird texture after it's been frozen. So yes, there's a lot of washing up, but you know, it's just better to do it this way. So I'm just going to get the pips out. I'm just going to do it with my hand, so like this. So all the pips are out now. It's just the pure lemon juice. And the smell, the freshness of it. Oh my God. You guys. Okay, so let's now move on to my food processor. So what we need to do first, we need to start with the tahini with lemon. So, you know, because of course we have to process the tahini first to have that sort of creamy texture in it. So I'm just popping in my lemon. And now I'm just going to add tahini with a clean spoon though. And this is a brand new tahini, so I'm just going to open it up and, oh, goodness me. And we're going to be doing some stirring because all the oil is on top, as you guys can see. We really don't want, oh my God, that nutty smell. It smells wonderful. It smells like, well, obviously it's the nuts, so really stir it. Get that oil throughout the whole tahini. Oh, quite tough. It's actually all sitting at the bottom. You know, there's no oil at the bottom, so you really need to give it a good stir. And now going to add it to my lemon. What I do, basically, I eyeball it, you guys. Maybe half a jar, more than enough. Not even half a jar. Of course, the more tahini is in there, the better it tastes, you know, creamier. But then I guess, you know, of course, tahini is the fattening part of this. So I am really trying to keep it quite, well, I think it's a lot of tahini. I overdid it, definitely. But you know what, never mind. At least it will be nice and creamy. That's fine. And let me just pop the rest to the fridge. So I'm going to pop the rest of the tahini to the fridge, and I've got for one more. So now we're going to be doing the chickpeas. Now chickpeas, some people like to keep the water from chickpeas for the hummus. Yes, it does make better hummus when you add the water from chickpeas, but the water can sometimes, to me, be quite, well, I don't know, it's got bits and pieces in it, which I don't like. So I'm just going to be draining it, but basically, just pop you here. So I'm just going to be draining it, but I'm not going to be using the water. But I'm not going to be using the water from chickpeas. I will use my own water. And actually, it's recommended in many recipes that you add, oh, goodness me, that you add freezing water to these. So the chickpeas are basically very tiny, these kind of things. You know, you can actually get, if you don't want canned, you can actually cook them yourself. But, you know, we don't want to be, you know, cooking too much, do we, for hummus. So this is absolutely fine. So again, guys, you can actually add that water that comes in chickpeas. I don't like that. So we're just going to wash it. It's not going to go in yet. So, oh, one chickpea, never mind. And this is what makes the hummus, but of course you can add any pulses that you want. I like to use chickpeas as a base, but I have tried hummus with beans, and that was also quite tasty. Right, so let's get started on my food processing. Again, just a reminder, here we have the lemon juice and the tahini. I'm just going to close it now. I haven't actually had this out since, well, last year basically. I just didn't do anything with it, which is a shame. Hopefully I can close it. Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't know whether, you know what, I haven't actually looked through recipe. I don't know whether this is what it should be like. Well, let's hope for the best. So it's quite, it created quite a paste. I was hoping that it would be more of a, well, more of a, you know, sort of like a smooth paste, but I think I'm meant to add oil to it, but I'm not going to, because I want to keep it quite light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be adding chickpeas now. And also I will add water now. And it's going to be quite a lot of hummus. I can see it already. And we're going to do salt and all our seasoning now. I like quite a salty hummus, guys, but of course, you know, it's not good for you, is it? So just going to do paprika now. And this is a good thing that you can literally control what kind of taste you want in this and, you know, all that stuff. And now we're going to be doing cumin. I like a lot of cumin. I like that cumin taste in my hummus. And we're going to now whiz it again. And what we need to do, we need to scrape the edges regularly while we're doing it. And also, good thing is when you're making it at home that you can actually control the consistency, whether you like, you know, very runny hummus or not. Goodness me, go in. I am adding water. Okay, let's do a quick taste test. Oh my god, it's already looking so yummy and perfect consistency. Let's do a taste test whether I need to add anything. So definitely salt. Gosh, you guys, this is so nutty. And you know what? I could have done with one more lemon. I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? I'm going to add one more lemon. I think that's going to give it that sort of like final, you know, goodness. Now, even when I get from stores, I do add lemon. Let me know, you guys, if you do it as well, whether you add your own lemon to your hummus. And it's so summery, you know, it's just so, the flavor. And I believe that when you add lots of lemon, the hummus actually lasts longer in the fridge. So that, I guess, is another advantage. I'm going to just get rid of the pips. So these lemons are just from my local Morrison. I don't know whether they are as flavoursome as they should be, because I literally cannot even taste lemon in it, which is quite worrying. But then I did 3 now, so let's maybe add more seasoning and a bit more pepper. Not pepper, guys, paprika. Oh, a little bit overdid it. Never mind. Smoked paprika is not spicy, so should be okay. And I'm going to eat it anyway. Oh, okay. Let's scrape the sides. There's lots and lots of seasoning on the sides. Try. Now it's perfect. Oh my god, I love it now. Now you can really feel and taste the lemon, and it's so fresh. It just hits you. Oh my god. So this food processor is, what is it? It's a Logic. I bought this in Currys in the UK. Oh gosh. So one more whiz. I think my hummus is ready. Oh my god, you guys, it's got such a wonderful consistency. I'm just going to show you. And this is the beauty of when you are making it at home, because obviously, you know, look at this. Look at this. It's perfect and it tastes so amazing. So let's just do a taste again. Yum, yum, yum. Honestly, this is gorgeous. Right, next step is I'm going to do, some of it I'm going to be leaving for my breakfast. So I'm just going to grab some from here. And then I'm going to put the rest in my containers that I bought, you know, for situations like this. So just going to do some for my breakfast again. So I'm just going to take this out. Yeah, so you got a lot of washing up, you guys, but that's the, you know, that's the price we pay. And, you know, this is still quite good compared to quite complicated ones. So just sort of scrape it off, all of it, all the goodness of those chickpeas and lemon. Right. And now we're going to, yeah, also it's a very, very messy. So, oh my God. I can't get enough of homemade hummus. So again, guys, you know, for me, not a garlic inside. So this is for my breakfast. And I will, of course, do peppers with it. And for a couple of days, hopefully, you know, can be good. Of course, you can have pita with it, whatever you want, you know, like you don't just have to have the veggies with this. And then I've got my containers right here. So one is here. I don't know whether I need more than one. I probably will need more than one. So just again, give it a rinse. Give it a dry. And start portioning it. And just pop it in a fridge. And it will last you, well, they say up to a week. But I think this will be gone in a couple of days. I really need to get that weight down, you guys. So Yeah, because it was a diet of chocolate recently following my birthday, so everyone was so kind, but of course, you know, I can't say no to chocolate. And then this tummy pops up, see? So, oh, this is yummy. Oh, yum, yum. And just close it, and it goes to the fridge for later. So you get quite a good size, sort of like a container full of hummus. Of course, you know, it is cheaper to make it at home because the chickpeas cans are like 50p. But then can you eat it on time? That's the thing. When you have a larger family, it's easier. But I'm just going to pop that in a fridge. And now I'm going to get my peppers out. So these are my peppers, and I'm also going to be adding them to a container. So I'm being very optimistic that I'm going to go on this good diet for a couple of days before my son arrives. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. So this is my hummus. That's for later. And now we've got these. I'm just going to be cutting them up and popping them into, well, again, into my containers. So I'm going to grab some containers and just got some containers down. I will probably, seeing how many we have, I will probably freeze a few for things like, you know, fajitas and stuff, and then have the rest for, well, for my, to go with my hummus. Now I'm being very optimistic, you know, that I will only eat this probably, you know, I'll probably have a pita bread with it or something. But again, the fresh smell, it's so summery, just lovely. Now I think I'm going to do my fresh first. So for the fresh, I'm actually going to keep them quite long. I'm not going to be cutting them into bigger pieces, smaller pieces. So I'll do, so I'm doing my fresh one first. This is my fresh stuff, which I'm going to leave some for my breakfast. So I might just as well get some out. And now I'm thinking I need one more for here. So this is just my portion for breakfast with my hummus. And now we're going to be doing frozen. So what I want to do with frozen, I want to cut it into smaller pieces, but what I'll do, I'll add some here first for the fresh, and then now I'm going to be starting with the frozen. And because the frozen peppers will probably most likely go into fajitas, we do love fajitas, I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces so that I don't have to then, when I'm defrosting them, you know, cut them up again. And then so this will be my freezing frozen, and this is perfect. It's going to serve me well for when I'm doing fajitas. So this is wonderful. Make sure all the water's out. Guys, so this is my quick and easy summer hummus with, well, whatever veggies you would like. So we're going to go for a taste test. Now I'm thinking I put away quite a lot, but what I also like to do, one final thing, paprika smoked. I get from Asda, you know, and I'm just going to pop some on top because I love paprika. And so just basically just give it that last sort of garnish. I don't know if you can call it garnish. And this is what it looks like now. Oops. And let's go for a taste test. That's a big breakfast, but yeah, let's try it. All this goodness. And guys, again, yes, there's a lot of washing with it, but as you saw, I have quite a bit of hummus for the next few days, and I only use 2 cans. Imagine we are now paying, well, easily up to £2 per hummus for a small thing, and now I've got so much. And let's try. Creamy, delicious. Now, most of you probably would prefer garlic in it, and I get it. This is my version. Oh my god, that smoked paprika on top is amazing. But of course, guys, whatever you want to put in it, you can actually roast these peppers and mix them in. So there's literally anything you can do. I love it like this because I don't want that really strong garlic flavor. And oh, so I'm going to enjoy this. A quick recap of what was in this hummus. So we used a lot of lemon. I used 3 small lemons, but I think next time I will probably, to give it more kick, summery kick, I will probably use limes because I like very, very lemony flavors. So it was a tahini, first mixed with lemon juice, and then it created this weird paste. And then I added chickpeas from 2 cans, water, but again, guys, you can keep the water from the chickpeas themselves and add that water. Actually, it does make nicer hummus, I have to say. It's just that sometimes I'm not sure what's in that water. And then we added cumin, salt, smoked paprika, and that's it. And you've got hummus. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the video. We're going to be doing more cooking on the channel when I actually do cook. And if you have any comments for me, any suggestions for how to make this even better, I would really like to hear that. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye.